Mai Mahiu town is located at the base of the Rift Valley escarpment and is a place where transit vehicles stop on their way to neighboring countries. This has made the town grow so fast in terms of business and population. According to a survey done by the Ministry of Health, Mai Mahiu town has been identified as one of the areas with the highest HIV prevalence rates in Nakuru County. Its prevalence rate stands at 6.4%, which is attributed to the high number of truck drivers and commercial sex workers within the town.
We realized, due to the HIV and AIDS pandemic, most of the orphans we have here, they are being brought up by grandmothers. Whereby you find some of the orphans are themselves infected. Some of the grandmothers are infected when they were taking care of the late loved ones, their own daughters and sons-in-law. And also they have other infections related from now they are elderly women learning to be mothers again.
As a result of HIV and AIDS pandemic, Mai Mahiu has a high number of orphans and vulnerable children. So with no resources and often no income, these grandmothers are raising the young children as their own.
My name is Jane Jerry Jenga. I'm 50 years old. When I joined CTC, I looked older than my age due to the hardships I was going through. Now I look much younger. We have been trained on how to manage stress. I had a daughter who was sick, and at the same time, I was taking care of my nephew who had lost both parents to HIV.
I joined CTC because I lost two of my children. My son was the first to die through HIV. He used to live in Nairobi, but later moved back home after his wife had left. I stayed with him for a whole year in my rented house, and he later died. At the same time, my eldest daughter had the same illness, and she had refused to go to hospital. A week after the brother died, she also succumbed to the disease.
My 3 daughters died of HIV. They left 11 children under my care. I struggled to take them to school. I used to do manual work in order to support them.
Currently, we have over 150 grandmothers from Mai Mahiu, Longonot, and in the Maasai community, and they are supporting over 468 orphans from HIV and AIDS.
Despite the myriad challenges these grandmothers face, they have come together through a program called GAPA. GAPA program is a project run by Comfort the Child International, commonly known as CTC, which has now rebranded to Ubuntu Life.
Ubuntu, South African term, Zulu, that says, I am because we are. But translated directly means humanness, like having that touch of a human being and feeling the others, the interconnectedness of humanity.
GAPA is one of our initiatives, and it's an acronym meaning Grandmothers Against Poverty and HIV/AIDS. It's a program that was founded 5 years ago after working for HIV/AIDS program for 1 year. I realized that there is a gap of grandmothers becoming mothers all over again, and I was like, hey, can I do something? And this is why I founded GAPA, to cater for those grandmothers ranging from 60 to 100 years of age, taking care of orphaned children, orphaned by HIV/AIDS.
The objective for this program is to build the capacity of grandmothers through home-based care, trainings, entrepreneurship, and agribusiness to improve their lives.
We are trying to make a difference by creating opportunities for people.
They have their group projects, whereby by this group project, they meet once every week, all the groups, And this is a safe space where we can do like the health talks, since they are all consistently coming every week.
Through the training they received from CTC, these grandmothers started income-generating activities.
GAPA, what we have done is not only creating awareness on HIV/AIDS, we are also doing other impact-creating projects. Like, for example, we have started income-generating activities for these grandmothers. They do soap-making projects, they do mat-making projects, they do bracelets-making projects. They also have other individual income-generating activities where they earn money to put food on the table without necessarily depending on handouts.
We have income-generating projects in our homes. We were given low-interest loans. With the money, I bought a cow which has enabled me to have 3 goats by selling milk. We also have another project of making liquid soap, and CTC buys from us. The project is doing well and we have invested. The first money we got, we decided to save and is now gaining interest.
Those who wanted to do business were given a small amount of money. I was given 5,000 shillings and I started rearing chicken. Later, we were taught how to make liquid soap. Although I don't get full support for my 5 orphans, I'm much better than before.
They also do table banking, where they collect dues for each of their meetings. The money is available for loans or emergencies and is also used to buy supplies for income-generating projects.
So I train them on savings and loans. I also train them on how to do like reports, on to do budgets, how to keep records of all the income-generating activities that they are doing, to be able to ensure that they are making profit, not losses. And even I advise them, like, at times we have to change. The IGA one is involved in, if it's not working very well, I help them in monitoring and evaluation, and maybe we can come up together with an alternative that will help them achieve the overall goal of earning an income. And then what I have seen with them is, like, they all have different capabilities, so we don't impose on them what they have to do. We empower them, do what they are best suited and what they feel they can best do.
GAPA has played a big role in the fight against HIV and AIDS and stigma in Mai Mahiu. Despite their age, they are able to disseminate information to the public through songs and on some of the product they produce. They also counsel some of their peers, children, and among themselves for the well-being of the community.
We are also using them to train the other women in the community. From whatever they learn, the health talks, they share the same with the other women, either in the churches, in the villages where most of them are like elders. And basically from our culture, the African culture, the grandmother is a pillar in the society. And she's also a consultant, especially for us, the younger generation. So she can share the same information to the other women.
They have taught us how to love these children, create awareness to the public about HIV, and to also avoid getting infected. Personally, I educate my neighbors and my grandchildren.
These grandmothers are determined to see their children, grandchildren, and the community at large change and embrace love for one another. They believe God has a purpose for everyone and nobody should be discriminated or stigmatized despite their health or financial conditions.
For those of us who are alive today, Getting infected is not a death sentence. HIV is not like cancer, as it's manageable through the use of ARVs. My daughter was in denial, but after accepting her status, she is now well and working. I would like to encourage others who have HIV to accept their status and move on with life positively.
I would tell them that there is a God of possibilities. As for me, I did not expect to get much help, but God opened a way for me. People should speak out.
First, accept your status and take ARVs so that you may live longer.
Our people are ready to work, and what they are looking for are opportunities. It's like, I would say, let's encourage our people who are hardworking and very creative to continue just being creating, be who they are. We should not just extend our hands for what they can give us, but we should encourage them to create many more opportunities, kind of like open a door for us, because we are ready to work hard.
GAPA success story confirms that we can all change the world in any capacity we are if we can all love and care for each other.
Matiyaro gendo matiti ganaye